Welcome back, gamers, and welcome to World of Warship. Today I've been thinking to talk about Jingles' latest video about the Swedish or pan-European destroyer. And of course I am from Sweden, so I very much like to talk about them. Guys, I do really like Jingles, and it's funny as all hell. Trust me, I've been watching his video for years, and probably also he's the reason I actually played this game. I'm talking about World of Tanks, World of Warship, and now recent also World of Warplanes. It's different, but overall very short. I like to say World of Warship, it's most fun in that regard. It's a teamwork effort to win. The best team almost always win. You may argue that it's a huge important if you, let's say, a pretty damn good, let's say, destroyer captain or aircraft carrier captain and so on. It is kind of a big difference if the other player against, let's say, aircraft carrier, it's not that good as you have a slight advantage. But I'm just saying slightly. It depends on which tier and which ship and so on. But of course, there's the impact if you're a tier 10 carrier. Now, here's the deal. I do honestly believe Jingle is right about his video about AA. And for the pan-European destroyer, I like to talk about there are some of you guys probably who does not have this line. I do have a HALAND at a tier 10, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. You starting with pretty mediocre AA. I have 20 in AA, and he is a 13 points captain. So AA, what AA? Of course, he's a tier 6. I kind of like this ship a lot. It's reminds me like Seal Clubber. I'm talking about the Clemson. It has the same Clemson's firepower, absolutely ridiculous, 6 guns. But of course, they hit a little bit harder and slightly better reload. But this is a tier 6. You cannot compare it with a tier 4 Clemson, you know. But overall, I do honestly believe the player should play more like a gunboat, this particular ship. Because guys, I find it kind of a strong. You have mediocre as best torpedo, 6 torpedo at tier 6. It's not bad, not the end of the world. However, the gun power, and it's double to, but the truth is, those guns, in my honest opinion, are much more flat. It's not floaty, it's more Russian in some way. Those guns, they behave differently. The tier 6 Västerås, that's the name, Västerås. And of course it is a tier 6, so you have 20 in AA. What AA? You have barely none. I could consider like this like a Japanese boat, in some regards even worse. I repeat, this thing has worse AA than a Japanese boat. So yeah, go and figure. Of course there are some tier 6 worse, but the truth is you're not gonna shoot anything soon. And then we go and jump from tier 6 to tier 7. What is the tier 7? It's the Skåne. And I will very short talk about Jingles video shortly. He is right, the AA is mediocre as best, but not the HALAND or the tier 9 Östergötland. So over here we have a pretty significant jump we have in 52, but 52, guys, it's not something wow at this tier, because if you put the continuous damage, it's 125, and you pay attention, short range 39, and you have the biggest damage, it's of course the long range, only 70. I'm talking about damage per second. I don't know to explain it, but what is really nice, it's a big jump, it's that you have 6 kilometers aura, AA bubble. You don't have AA defense, you don't, but I think it's, shall I say, medium strong AA platform, not gonna do anything versus tier 7s, versus tier 8 carrier. You may shoot down some tier 6, but I very much would like to say that the tier 8 have too much speed, the carriers and the planes, and you have too weak of your AA. Even though this is 14 points captain, guys, I still built for torpedo boat, but I think it's still a torpedo boat. So the nice thing is, of course, the concealment is 2.9 by air, and you have 6 kilometers AA bubble. Once again, guys, if you pay really close attention to the AA continuous damage, it's not 125, but it's only 17 long range and mid range 67 and 39 short. So shall I say medium 67, pay attention to this number, 67, and long range 70. It's nothing to home about. It's not wow, you know what I mean. And then we are jumping to the HALANDS, which Jingles featured in his latest video. HALANDS, it's actually a Swedish island, the next biggest island in the Baltic Sea. I have been there personally, of course. So guys, what else is about the HALANDS? HALANDS, you think you jump a lot from tier 7, which I now to be fair, and I very much like to say, the tier 7 has 14 points captain. The HALANDS only have 1 point captain. But base, I'm talking about basic without any special upgrades or module. I'm talking about the HALANDS. It's literally close to same DPM, the AA DPM, and continuous damage just slightly above, still long range 70, and medium damage by medium A slightly better, 84 and 49 in short. However, this can be improved with a captain's perk and a module and stuff like that. So even though I think the Jingles video about the HALANDS was pretty good, he was a good captain and there's nothing wrong with his gameplay. He tried, he did not quite succeed, and probably the CVO was a little bit lucky. I still believe that the best tier 8 destroyer in AA, it's of course USS Kidd, following by Akizuki. And just for a proof for you guys, 53 in AA continuous damage altogether with all ranges 138 if you're going for, let's say, Akizuki. Now you may argue this is a 1 points captain, and I'm going to straight to whopping 19 points captain in Akizuki. Where are you, Aki? Sorry about it. It should be here, right? Kitakaze. This is Akatsuki. Shiratsuyu. Akizuki. 19 points captain. Akizuki full gunboat build, which also benefits. Let's talk about the Akizuki, guys, but this is kind of important. This is BFT plus 10% in AA and advanced firing training plus 15%, and firing range of your main battery increased by 20%, but also damage from AA shells explodes. This is explosion, not the AA. You only get plus 15% in explosion, but if you pay attention to the AA, it's 187, of which long range it's 131. So you jump from literally 70 in AA to whopping 131 base without anything else. So it's close to double strong AA versus the tier 8 Swedish pan-European destroyer, which has like what, 70 and something, or 79, you know what I mean. So it is close to double for the long range, because the thing is, here's the secret: you beat the spot by 2.9, but your A bubble is from 2.9 all the way to 5.8. So guys, something else I want to talk about. It's a good platform, but it's a big ship, and if you don't have smoke, you're still gonna die by any CV. Yes, you will shoot couple planes. It is strong. It's probably one of the strongest after the USS Kidd. which is number one, the strongest tier 8 destroyer. This is definitely, in my honestly opinion, the second one. Of course, when you're facing tier 6 carriers, they might strike you, but they will all lose their planes. This is so strong. With a 19 points captain, with my build, this is absolutely a murder machine versus carrier in your tier 8 and the carrier is tier 6. When the other way around, when your tier 8 and the enemy carrier is a tier 10, they will get that shit on your AA. Literally, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. It's just a matter of when, not if, when. You know, it is such hilarious. But then, guys, we are coming to a different story. And it's all about the guns and it's all about the DPM. It is the Östergötland. There is a Dutch premium Friesland. He is the king of all tier 9 AA destroyer. He is the strongest tier 9 ship in the game by far. I repeat, the Friesland has great US smoke and he will slightly beat Östergötland in AA power. And I very much like to say that when I'm playing with my 19 points captain Östergötland, let's talk about him. I do have the priority target, I have the last stand, adrenaline rush, I have full torpedo bolt, I'm talking about the torpedo armament expertise, I do have the BFT, and I have the concealment, and white the hell, and this is highly recommended, radio location. If you want to have a more AA oomph, you can go definitely for advanced firing training, but the problem is you're not gonna face CV each and every battle. What I think about the Östergötland, this is not a Öland. For a love of God, guys, I do believe at tier 9 the Jingle has completely wrong. I have no idea if he has those boats or not. I do have, because I never push myself to just free experience to unlock the HALAND. I played so many battles in Östergötland that you can also watch my video when I finally received the HALAND. I was basically grinding as a regular dude. So when you finally have this 19 points captain with this particular build, and even if you go for the equipment, I do not have any AA equipment. You can do that if you want. You can definitely trade some of your equipment with something, you know, slightly stronger. Which one was it? Yeah, over here, a gun modification 1, priority target, but it's only priority target. It's faster, you can reload your reinforcement, so it not benefits in stronger AA. With just the reinforcement, you press O, that it's that. So for me, it's not worth it. But guys, seriously, this is not a regular pew pew. Oh, there's Östergötland, just go nuke him. If you're a carrier, and does not give a damn who the hell kind of a carrier, how good you are. This it's not a tickling plane. I'm talking about the Östergötland. I'm not even talking about the HALAND. This is a killer machine. I have so many times that I shoot down the entire squad. I'm not saying that they had a full squad. I have no idea. But sometimes, I'm just saying sometimes, in one single drop, he lost 15, 16 plane in one single engagement. This is the ship. If you're a carrier, do not strike if that dude knows how to play and also knows how to shoot down the plane. I'll tell you a secret about shooting down planes. You see, when you start a battle, you press P. P, it's you locking your AA so you're not visible. Remember, if you don't do that, if you don't press P, your concealment will be literally 6 kilometers away from the carrier. Otherwise, your concealment is great, 2.7. So good luck hit and finding this destroy. Yes, you can do that, but the thing is, here's how I played. When let's say a CV it's coming on this side, right? So it's coming, I don't do anything. I'm waiting at this close to 3 kilometer ish, and then I press the reinforcement, and then I also press the AA defense. Now, at 2.7 kilometers, the CV, especially at the tier 10, but also the tier 8s, they are, shall I say, too fast to aim at you and strike you. So more time, 9 over 10, shall I say, the carrier needs to pass by you, then come back, turn back his squads and engage you. But this time, by flying over you or very close to you and returning, your AA is so potent, strong. By the time he might still have opportunity to drop, well, then there will be no more plane. So Jingles, if that captain knows how the hell he plays the Östergötland, the tier 9 or the tier 10 Halland, shall I say, the plane will not be an issue. As a matter of fact, I'll go so far. Yes, I am Zerra channel. I very much would like to see that dude who wants to kill me in the entire game with my 19 points captain Halland or 19 points captain Östergötland. And guys, here's the deal, guys. The strong about this ship, it's absolutely her concealment, and of course the AA. It looks only 64, so probably in damage wise it's not so big, but remember that continuous DBM 288, no sorry, mediums damage by medium AA, it's 362. That is very high, guys. This continuous damage or of those medium AA, it's actually above Worcester's level of AA. This 362, good luck and find that. And of course, a long range, it's not greatest, it's only 77, so the more oomph you need, the carrier needs to be within 0 to 3.5 kilometers. That is the biggest oomph of this ship. When literally someone's flying over you, that's a thing. But then we are coming to the king of all AA, and we get even better because we have the mother of all guns, is this gun, you know what I mean? This is Bofors, Swedish made, special for Swedish Navy, is the mother of all AA gun in this game, and of a very good reason, because even in the reality, this ship you can see it for your own eye. It's a museum ship. You can feel and you can touch and you can put your hand on the gun and the turret, and literally, guys, in real world, this was really nasty. I'm talking about World War II performance, not today's jets, but you know what I'm talking about. And of course, we do have even higher AA, altogether 85 in AA, and continuous damage, it's whopping 413, of which 158 damage per second in long range, between 4 kilometers to 6, and from 0 to 4 we have whopping 382. What basically that means, and I really mean that, this is the only destroyer, if you know how to abuse your O reinforcement and AA in the right time, and also, do not just sell straight like a potato, but overall, guys, I would like to say that the oomph of the power is so freaking strong. I mean, there be some nuts CV player that want to take this challenge to sink you. This is the last ship, together with Worcester and Minotaur, that you as a CV want to strike. I'll even put so far, this is the least ship, the only ship in the entire game is the last one you want to drop. Because here's the deal, guys, if that destroyer captain knows how to abuse this P and reinforcement and AA defense at the same time, there's likely that you can still drop it, you can still receive some damage. There are quite some CV, they are broken in speed and a lot of HP pool, there is, but it's, you cannot do the second drop. You can't. You may, but then all plane is gone. This is the mother of all AA. And seriously, guys, you know, Jingles, I do believe you're wrong. You're completely wrong about this ship. This ship, it's not a joke. This ship is the mother of all AA. And guys, if you don't believe me, there's so many. Just put Haaland and AA in the YouTube video, and you're gonna see, not just from me, from many other players, how ridiculous strong the AA is. I'll go so far back then when Atlanta and many other strong AA, you just deleted all planes and deplane. You know what deplane is? You cannot deplane today a CV, especially at tier 10. But guys, you can have clear sky rewards left and right, and yes, you can do it, but only, I repeat, only if you have a right captain's build, and only if you abuse this system of the concealment of whopping 2.7 and your AA bubble it's 6 kilometers. Remember, the Minotaur and Worcester does not have this opportunity. They cannot not being seen at 2.7 and suddenly their AA is 6 kilometers. So the CV have a way easier time, yes, you heard me right, to aim at, let's say, Worcester and drop him with all his firepower. I'm talking about the planes, except this ship, when you press P, your AA does not go and you are in concealment to very last 2.7. At 2.7 you have to like turn around and strike him, and while do that, well, the Haaland has all time in the world to reinforce that side and AA, and probably be as thin as a blade and trying to, you know, this thing has flags. You know, if you go in this flag, you may actually lose a lot of HP pool if your CV instantly. So this is not a joke, guys. You have I kind of forgot to say how many flags that you do have, and I do believe it's reinforcement 35%. Oh man, I do have to apologize, but guys, seriously, the only reason it's just because this 1x2 57mm guns, and this makes, you know, the difference between the Haaland and the tier 9 Östergötland. And guys, seriously, without saying too much, this is by far the strongest destroyer and one of the strongest AA platform in the entire game, guys. With the tier 9 and tier 10, and of course with the Dutch Friesland, you don't have to be afraid. Matter of fact, I'll go so far, you want the CV. I repeat, in Haaland, 19 points captain, with my badass captain, the Jersey. Yes, Jingles, you forgot the captain's name, Jersey, the Polish captain. That you receive a talent, and the talents in when you shoot down 20 planes, your continuous AA it's plus 10, and that it's for 20. If you shoot down 40, then of course the continuous AA double it's plus 20, and then good luck to kill this ship when you already have shoot down 40 planes. Yeah, go and figure. Of course, guys, there is small size that you probably will lose some your AA and so on, but this is not a lot battleship. You are and have one of the best torpedoes in the game with the crazy fast reload. You don't need to go very close to within 10 kilometers of any radar cruiser. Why the hell do that when you have this awesome torpedoes? And of course you may argue that it's 15 kilometers 19 knots and so on. So why rush Soviet cruiser with radar or anything else when you have so ridiculous fast torpedo and long range, and in some regards one of the best torpedoes, because you have too little time to react. How the hell you dodge 90 knots torpedo? That's the reason number one you want to play the Swedish or pan-European destroyer, and in some regards at tier 9, at tier 10 at least, be some kind of safe. Trust me, I'm gonna say right now, I do not fear any CV, especially at tier 10 and tier 9. Of course, tier 7 and tier 8 and below, it's different story, guys. It's completely different story. And AA, what AA? You know what I mean? That is the question at tier 8 and below. But guys, to make it work, you need to have 19 points captain. You need to have like this badass captain to have even a stronger chance to do significant, shall I say, regret the CV's life. You know, if he wants to just go and nuke you and strike you, he can still do that, but he will pay with losing all the squadrons. You know, if you have 10 or whatever you do have, it will melt in seconds. So guys, let me know in the comment below, does Jingle has right or Zerra is wrong, or the other way around, you know what I mean? Guys, that is my honestly opinion. I do enjoy my badass Haaland. I think it's a great one, and for someone you probably wants to ask yourself about the Småland. Småland, it's literally a Haaland with 2 less torpedoes, but you have radar and probably faster Daka, faster reload of your main armament. That's the difference. Kind of significant different. Less torpedo boat, more gunboat, and chasing and you know, shooting your destroy in their own smoke by radar them and so on. So of course it's different gameplay and so on. So guys, thanks guys for watching. Let me know in the comment below what you think about the Pan-European destroyer line. Have a good one, take care, and catch you in the next one.